Welcome back to Brooktail Friday Podcast. Today we're reviewing YOLO Crystal Fantasy episodes 1 and 2.
YOLO this dick.
What'd you guys think?
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's okay. It felt like I was
fucking
high the
dare
whole time. It felt like you snuck some
Yeah,
LSD onto
honestly,
the microphone.
It was like it's meant for those people that are already tripping out.
No, okay, so it gets better.
It's like a better Squidbillies.
Yeah, and it gets a lot better in the second season. You know, the first season continuing in the second season. Because as we're watching the first episode, I'm like, it was a lot rougher than I remember. But yeah, it gets better as we go on. So.
But also, I think it's also just a better, like a better meat can. Oh, not better meat canyon. Like it's like meat canyon. It's like serialized meat canyon.
Pretty much.
Or episodic meat
Canyon's
canyon.
pretty creepy though. Meat Canyon's pretty.
Well,
it gets good. He's getting better.
Yeah, because his thing is like putting the punchline at the end of the horror thing, for the most part. I haven't seen his new stuff in a while though. It's been cool, man.
I mean, the only time I ever watched Meat Canyon is when you guys put it on. I've never watched it by myself.
Then
it's only whenever I'm
of
just
your own free will. You're like, nope.
Nope.
All right.
The recently one I saw was the Pringles one.
Mhm.
He just gets
Reaching into the can and becoming the Pringles.
and then avocado Nickel avocado.
Nicocado avocado.
Nicocado. Welcome back after some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Some dificultades.
So welcome back to Brooktail Friday Podcast. I'm Andres.
I'm Hector.
I'm Edward.
And today we're
With these
discussing
titties.
The Mandalorian, which is complete news to me that Hector never fucking watched it.
Yeah, legit. I
No,
thought we
I
were
don't.
all on the same page. How could you do this to us, Hector?
Because I don't watch TV shows.
You've betrayed
That's
us.
rude.
Hector must be
I just do not.
Edward.
That's a lie. You watch anime. That's a TV show.
Honestly,
I don't
yeah.
watch. I haven't even watched anime in a while, bro.
Oh, okay.
I haven't.
Slightly less degenerate.
Yeah.
I just work and then go home and sleep.
He's literally going to Disneyland tomorrow, and he's like, "Oh, but I don't even watch The Mandalorian."
There's no fuck. Well, there's the man. It's only like merchandise. He's not part of the ride. He's not anything.
Oh yeah,
Still.
that's true. That's true.
Still.
It's not part of any ride.
The newest ride is the Mickey Mouse one, which I'm trying to do tomorrow.
Well, we'll see because it's a Saturday. Saturdays get packed. Honestly,
I got my bubble water.
Our only
like a
availability is Saturday, so
Schedule like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Fuck it.
Tuesday,
Call out.
Tuesday,
You know what's
Tuesday?
Andrew Tate's most non-criminal crime?
Monday.
It's the fact that he ruined bubble water for everyone.
Did you know
Because
that?
sparkling water is so fucking good.
Why'd
He
you-
taints it.
How did we get from Disney?
No. He said he wanted you to drink bubble water.
I know, that's why.
Oh, 'cause
His
you advocated
recommendation
for it?
is a setback to the progression of bubble
Dude,
water.
I understand.
I saw. I think Reddit. I don't know when Reddit posted. Reddit had a post where they had a video of Andrews Tate like VIP like meeting. Like you had to buy tickets to see him,
Yeah,
or like it's like a whatever.
just a bunch of virgins.
So then a lot of people get, and he's like, all right, guys, we're gonna do something where everyone here is gonna fight a professional fighter.
Oh, yeah, I remember
What?
that. Yeah, and a reporter snuck into that.
A reporter
A
stuck
reporter
into
made
that.
it through.
And then literally all the guys are like, wait, what's going on?
Why?
And then like, guys, you have to do this because this is how you become more man. Like he's like,
To his inner circle, yeah.
Fighter
Because apparently his inner
professional,
circle is like all also very like uppity, very
yeah.
doesn't let a lot of people close.
yeah. And then like, I think his lawyer, I don't know, his like business people, his like people, his I don't know, his yeah, literally the event coordinator are like, hey, what are you doing? Like literally, like, you could see there's some audio catching. What are you doing? This is not safe. And then Andrew Tate's like, don't worry. We have ambulances outside. And I'm like,
That does not cover
Jesus.
it.
Andrew Tate made his war room members fight with MMA pro fighters.
Mhm.
What? How does this only have 4,000 views?
It's insane.
What? How is this the first time hearing about this too? Well, okay, I'm assuming there's no video of it. It's just them talking about it. But
no, that's
That's
just a
nuts.
podcast. No, there's
Yeah.
literally there's someone snuck in video of, or someone took video of what's going on in
Yeah.
there.
It was a reporter that managed to get in, and that reporter later had like an interview. Like part of the thing was that you got to like sit down as like part of the podcast, something like that. As part of like a type of raffle thing, and one of the things was you had to fight that MMA fighter. And like behind the scenes, Andrew Tate is just like, oh yeah, it's all show. Don't worry about it. Like basically, he didn't specifically state that, but he was like, oh yeah, but he was like, yeah, don't forget to fight back a little bit. We have to make it look good for the camera. Well, basically, like I like
It was
outing
just a
himself
sta- it
behind
was
the
just
scenes.
staged.
Yeah,
It was
it's
just
like
a
all
stage.
just staged. His entire personality is just staged and fake.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, we all already knew that, but it's nice to have the proof, the evidence that that he's not real.
Some of his
Yes.
delusional tweets
Yeah.
of like, a ghost came into my jail cell. I blasted it back into hell. Be aware of where your enemies are because they're coming for you. Like, what the
What do you
fuck
mean?
are you smoking in the Romanian crack house?
They got
Holy
that
moly.
good shit in that Romanian
Straight up.
Romanian prison. Got that good
This
shit.
man was
Honestly.
tweeting unhinged stuff. And it's funny because he was like, I looked in the mirror with a full head of hair and a beard. And it's like the picture from like 4 days ago. It is not a full head of hair. That is a lie. His hair is thinning. And it's funny because he's like, oh, I'm bald by choice. But then he's also making fun of people as they're going bald while going bald.
Why? Well,
he's a
because
hypocrite.
it's Andrew Tate. Yeah, it's Andrew Tate. Like, what do I mean? Why? It's
Exactly. Yeah, this man is literally nuts. And as of today, well, as of when you guys see this on Monday, Andrew Tate has lung cancer.
good. Fuck him. I mean, definitely. I
mean,
feel sad.
Wow. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
what a
never
tragedy.
wish.
My goodness, who'd have thunk this man who inhaled cigars all the time and flexed like a tortoise would have lung cancer? And they're theorizing that he's like, I have lung cancer because he wants to go to his physician in Dubai, and Dubai doesn't have extradition laws to
Yeah.
Romania, so he's just gonna fucking escape in Dubai.
Yeah, he's gonna do what that one terrorist did, which is just like, oh yeah, I'm sick. I have to go home for for my dying days, and then just stay at the country with no extradition for 7 years or whatever the fuck is
Andrew
left
Tate
over.
following the terrorist playbook.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, that's a Tate minute, and back to Mandalorian real quick. So,
Yes.
new season. What did you think, Edward? My 2 cents. It was a really fast episode.
Yes, it's a very fast episode. I think generally it's good. I like the direction the characters ended up at, and I feel like they handled the Cara Dune situation pretty funnily.
The
I like that.
funniest fucking thing. Oh my god, I was cackling. So, spoiler alert, of course, for the
Right.
first episode.
Spoilers
of
from here on
Mandalorian.
out.
But Cara Dune, in
a
real
piece of
life,
shit.
is a right-wing piece of shit who was like anti-vax and talking. And Disney was like, "Hey, we're gonna give you a chance. Shut the fuck up." And then she didn't shut the fuck up, and now she's lost millions of dollars because she couldn't shut the fuck up. But it's so funny the fucking hand wave they did. Like, there's like, "What happened to your sheriff?" And he's like, "Cara Dune was our sheriff, but she got picked up, and now she's doing another mission on the other side of the galaxy." That's it.
That's it.
That's her fucking
That's
story
it.
now.
That's it.
Instead of
That
having
ends.
her own fucking spin-off show like was planned, she
Yeah.
gets that fucking line, and it reminds
That's
me.
it.
It reminds me of The Simpsons when they're like, Poochie then went off to another planet and died. That's literally what it fucking reminded me of. Because they're like, yeah, the right-wing actress, she's off somewhere else in space and having
Yeah.
her own adventure. Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
That's
doesn't
it. That's
matter.
it.
Irrelevant.
That's it. Irrelevant.
Because I'm like, I think the direction it would have been, right, if everything went well, is he goes and he recruits her. Because, in the episode, how he's trying to recruit, like, I need a good I need a good droid on my side, blah, blah, blah. So it probably would have been the droid. And then when the droid thing didn't work, he goes to Cara Dune.
Yeah.
And they fly off into the sunset. But now we're going to see where it goes.
Now we're
because
fucked.
She's
Now
a
she's fucked.
fucking idiot.
Ah.
No jobs. She released her own Snowflake movie, which did terribly.
I-
and
I-
was
did it even
pandered
come
by
out yet?
right wing. Yeah. It
Yeah?
was pandered by the right wing. That's the other
Oh,
thing
fuck.
too.
I low-key didn't even realize it came out yet, to be honest.
Gina Carano, there she is.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Legit. Exactly that,
Straight up.
Hector. Congratulations.
Another one.
Another one. Like I could have seen like before all that shit came out, like I could have seen like Cara Dune could have led some very interesting stories. It would have been very nice. Too bad the actor's a piece of shit. All's well that ends well. You got Cara Dune, you got Kanye. Kanye fell into the Cara Dune trap.
And Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, why the fuck is he even anti-Semitic? It's the dumbest shit ever.
Well, it's because he's uneducated.
And then you got
Educated people aren't.
So
you're either white or uneducated, honestly.
she released the movie My Son Hunter, which is not rated, a fictional retelling. So
Oh, and the
not
Dilbert
real.
comic artist.
Oh,
Yeah, the Dilbert motherfucker.
She did a fictional retelling of the lifestyle and scandals of Hunter Biden, son of U.S. President Joe Biden, with a 5.1 out of 10, which seems pretty high to me, to be honest.
Well,
She's like,
right-wing
oh, he's
pandering, that
smoking
sounds
crack
right.
and stuff like that. So it's so funny that they say it's a fictional retelling. It's like, so it's a lie.
That's a lie.
Straight up,
It's a
like
lie.
you're just
It's
lying.
a
Like,
fictional retelling. That's
Like-
that's like when you put on your resume, when you pad your resume, like, oh yes, I was a doctor of home economics.
yeah, like, or
It's like,
not-
oh, so you like cooked in the kitchen.
yeah, when they're like, at least if they go inspired by true events or something, okay, it's something else. But this is it's a fictional retelling.
lie.
So yeah, straight up just lying. It's like, oh, we just have a name and we just made up shit about him.
To be fair though, like the other quote, what was it you said? Inspired by real life events.
Yeah.
It's so bullshit because you know the movie The Strangers.
It just has to be something written down for them to say it was inspired by true events.
no, not even
So
that.
even a newspaper clipping, they just go off that.
Not even that. Not even that. The Stranger specifically is a movie. It's a horror movie about strangers breaking into someone's house and then holding them hostage and torturing them and killing them, basically. And it's weird. It has like its own gimmick, right? But you want to know what the inspiration for that was? Or what the based on real life events was? It was
What?
so. Well, this one time, someone knocked on the director's house.
That's so fucking funny. Did they have a mask on or anything, or we don't know? It was just that.
No. It's just someone knocked at his house. Someone knocked on his door.
And he's like, it's a stranger. That's it. I'm shitting gold now. And he starts writing his
Yeah,
fucking.
it's like,
screenplay.
oh my golden goose. Oh. All the awards, all the Academy Awards. You know, it's dumb. It's completely meaningless. You know, when that's the bar,
Yeah.
anything.
So she got hand waved out of Star Wars. Funniest fucking thing
Yeah.
ever. I can't, like, it's just funny. So
Mhm.
she's
It
done.
is very funny.
But yeah, I mean, any other thoughts?
No. This is the main thought that I had all throughout the movie. Like when I first started the episode, this is the first thought, and I don't know why it's never occurred to me before. All the Mandalorians under the Children of the Watch or whatever, or what's Mando's faction called? Mando's specific faction, because his specific faction
cult?
is a cult. Yeah.
Yeah.
His specific faction is a cult. That there was like a lot. There was like dozens, basically towards the end of the Mandalorian days, before the end of the planet. Their whole thing is that they can't take off their helmet, right?
Yeah.
All of them, or at least most, must have shitty haircuts.
Yeah.
None of them. You cannot
mean-
possibly tell me the majority of them are like barbers in addition to like bounty hunters and like all this other shit. There's no way that like all of them have good hair. Even if because like Mando's the only one we've seen without his helmet, right?
Yeah.
And like
And you saw he had just like nappy hair, just like his,
yeah,
you know,
like kempt, like more or less kempt hair. Like that's like when you wake up in the morning. It's not particularly bad. There is no way they all have good hair. There's no way.
Yeah.
It's impossible for all of them to have good hair.
Yeah, because it's funny that she says, "Oh, you'll never take off your helmet." But it's like, well, she means never taking off in front of people. right?
Yeah.
'Cause, their whole like thing is like, oh, no other living person can see my face. Blah blah.
And droids count apparently.
no, they don't.
Yeah, that's why he's exiled.
No, it was because he did it to Baby Yoda. This is another thing. My girl was telling me, she was like, but he showed it to a droid. I'm like, no. No living thing has ever seen my face, he says to the droid, and the droid goes, I am not a living thing. And he goes, all right, that's game. And then before the Baby Yoda leaves, he puts his hand up to him, and then he takes off his helmet willingly. That's what it was.
Yeah,
that's why
willingly
they
makes
touch
it
on
worse.
that's what they touch on the recap. That's why you see the recap of the baby doing this, because that was the transgression. It wasn't the droid. If it was the droid, they would have highlighted that. But she was like, did you remove your mask in front of another being? And he was
Yeah,
like,
a living being.
yes.
I gotta rewatch
Willingly.
that.
Willingly.
Willingly, but it's the living being part that matters. The willingly makes it worse, but
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
living being part that matters. And
Yes.
I can't recall the first season or the second season when it
I
happened.
remember all these details.
Yeah, I can't. I
Yeah.
can't recall if Baby Yoda was there or not. I assume that it was the droid alone, because that's what I recall from that scene.
No, because it was in season. This is season 3, right? Season.
Yes. This is
So in the second season. In the second season, when Luke Skywalker is going to take him, that's when Baby Yoda puts his hand up to him and to see his face, and then that's when he willingly takes it off. That's when. That was that was the second season one. But I remember he specifically says, like, that's the whole joke that he has with the Taika Waititi droid. he's like, oh, I can't take it off. I can't take. I've never taken my helmet off from another living being. I am not a living being. And he's like, you got me there. So he takes it off and lets him treat him and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
But that's why he said he's a reliable one, because he knows. Well,
he knows his face.
Yeah.
He did know his face. Spoiler
Spoiler
he
alert.
used to know his face
Because when he
no longer
died,
does.
well, I mean, in season 1 or season 2 or whatever, when he died, right? And now they're trying to bring him back, but he doesn't have his like little memory chip or whatever. Because when they brought him back, he was like, "Oh, got to eliminate the target." Blah, blah, blah.
He was just a basic protocol
Terminator.
droid. Yeah,
like a literal fucking assassin droid. So
yeah.
We're gonna have to see.
Wait,
if
but
they bring him back.
see, Mando wasn't holding Baby Yoda. Oh no, he was. He was.
Yeah,
Never mind,
'cause he
never
even
mind, never mind.
chucked
Yeah. He chucked him.
To
I forgot.
Karga.
Yeah. No, I think it was a good comeback for Mando. It was a nice easing into it, and it's fun to see how Grief Karga has changed from the first time he was shown on screen, from just like a regular bounty hunter to now like he's like a mayor.
So here's the other thing too. I think it's getting to his head, because he was like, regional marshal or whatever they call him, like regent. He's like, that's grand regent to you. And so it's like, it's starting to get to his head.
That's not what clued me into that. What clued me into that is having 2 droids following him, lifting his cape off the fucking floor, treating the floor like peasants. But I mean, okay, like, yeah, it's starting to get to his head a little bit, but I think he's still generally on like the good side, just simply because of the pirate scene.
Yeah,
he was like, the second anyone endangers anyone, he's like, oh yeah, these are my people.
This is not to be messed with.
Yeah,
and they're like, they left the one guy alive because they're like, well, someone's got to be the fucking messenger to show him like, hey, we killed these guys. So the pirates showed up to a place that used to be a bar, right? But they turned into a school because they're like reforming everything, and they're like, I want a drink. And he's like, you can't have a drink. He's like, I want a drink here. He's like, let's go have one at my place. He's like, nah, this is a saloon. He's like, no, you fucking idiot, it's not a saloon. Look at this place. And he's like, he's like whipping, he's like showing the gun. He's like, you really sure about that? And then Mando fucking smokes all his friends, and it's funny because Grief Karga shoots his hand, and he's like, boom, and he shoots the gun out of the pirate's hand, and he's like, and then they're like, oh, let him go. And then Mando's like, do you really want to let him go? And the other guy's like, yeah, someone's got to tell them that we're not to be messed with. So it's like, makes sense. And I fucking hated the pirates when they're flying afterwards, right? And they're like, Mando, you're the one who killed my men in cold blood. In cold blood, you fucking moron. It's like those people that are like, and then you throw it at me. I'm like, why would you throw it at me? It's like, straight up, unironically, the Russia-Ukraine situation. Legit. When Russia's like, and then Ukraine goes, and Russia goes, why would you do this?
Yeah, why would you hit me?
Like, why would anyone do this?
Yeah. Okay, perfect. The Eric Andre meme. It was really the pirate shooting and being like, why would Mando do this? Why would Mando kill my men? Yeah. Fucking idiot. He said in cold blood. I got so pissed when he said that. He's like, you fucking.
It literally, there's not a more accurate description of the Russia thing, because he's doing it for the exact same reasons Putin is. Yep. Because it's like he can't seem weak. He has to like invent whatever reason to look strong. This is the only reason.
Yeah.
So dumb.
But I was like, what a
it makes sense
idiot.
though. It makes sense. It makes sense.
And the character being a pirate, he's got to be like, oh, you're hard.
Like, you messed with my boys.
Yeah. And he said Avast, and I was like, he really is a pirate. Yeah. He was like, Avast, and the Mando ball.
Johnny Depp comes out of nowhere from the back. Where's all the
It's Disney. They fucking own it.
Disney. They do own it. Yeah.
He's like, oh, what's your name? Oh, my name is Captain Spacjaro. Because that's really the kind of Star Wars names.
Yeah.
Din Djarin, fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Cho Chang.
Okay, that was actually Harry Potter, but
yeah.
That's another story. But no, like, at least with Star Wars, they're a little more creative with the names than just going, what's the 2 most Chinese sounding syllables?
Yeah.
Not even like a name.
No,
like
2 last names.
Well, yeah, literally.
It's 2 last names. Like, okay,
I'm gonna call her Cho Chang. Like,
Cho
how
Chang.
much? Like, I just saying it, I feel like I said a slur. Like, that's how bad it is. It's like, oh, you fucking Cho Chang, and it's like, oh man, you can't say that. Whoa.
It's like the IRL version of like Ben 10 naming its aliens. Because like imagine like someone actually existed with 4 arms, and you just go, ha, 4 arms.
Honestly.
Oh god.
No, imagine like the yellow one, the dog alien, and you just go up to his race like Wild Mutt. It's like.
Okay, I was thinking a little more racist, where it's like yellow dog. And it's like, whoa, whoa.
Well, I didn't even go that far.
No, I know.
You don't see colors in these parts.
Yeah, because I'm colorblind. So, but yeah, the pirates ticked me off, and it was funny though because he was like the big old fuck you to him, and it's cute little things that Baby Yoda does. it's funny because in the show he's even like, oh, with the baby, and he's like, his name is Grogu, and he's like, oh, okay.
If you
Which
say
is,
so.
yeah, the whole fandom, the entire fandom going, I'm still gonna call him Baby Yoda.
It's like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter. How do you call it? No,
but his little mannerism when he jumped into the belt, and he's like, haha, now he has a little belt, in Mandalorian's belt.
So cute. And it's not like Grogu's letting go of the Force. I mean, I assume eventually he won't be able to use it anymore, but it'd be cool if he'd still be able to use it a little bit, because I know like in the and this is a little bit different because the Wookiee in the Bad Batch was a Padawan already, but like that Wookiee hadn't really used the Force for a while, and he's still using the Force.
Well, yeah, because he's still gonna be Force sensitive. It's
Yeah.
never gonna. I don't feel like it's ever really gonna go away
Because Ahsoka said it would.
But I don't want to sound like a dick, but the Jedis are liars.
True,
you
that's
know?
true. Well, she's not a Jedi.
But how much of that is propaganda, or not propaganda, is like stuff that was taught to her?
That's
she
true.
probably
That's
thinks
true.
is like, okay, it has to be done. When we've seen Force sensitive people still be Force sensitive. I mean, how long was fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi hiding out from
True,
his?
true, but he was weaker, and he was already a trained master. That's the difference.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. But I'm
So I
saying,
assume
like,
the training plays a part in it. But you're right, like they are fucking liars. Because we even see like other like Cal Kestis from the video game. Like it was like what, a decade or a decade and a half since
from the
Fallen Order. From
Order.
Fallen Order, and like he's still able to use it just as good. Like once he gets a little bit of practice.
second game
Coming out.
Second
We're gonna see
game.
more.
I saw Alan play it, and I was like, it's pretty fun.
It's really
It
good.
was really wonky. It
It's
was really
free.
wonky.
Or it was free for a while.
It was free, but it was not
because
actually.
it's the beginning. It's like the alpha.
PlayStation,
beta.
you just download. I could just play it. I forgot.
Yeah. No.
Hector forgot how to play video games.
No, Fallen Order was the full game was free for like a month and a half or something, like
Yeah,
on the
PlayStation.
PS5 store.
But it wasn't done, right? It's not the
No,
finished
no,
game?
yeah, like
It's done.
3 months ago it was free.
Bro, it's been out.
Wait,
since
I thought you
when?
said the second.
No.
The second one's
Okay,
coming
okay.
The
out.
second one's
That's-
barely
okay.
coming out. We're getting like twos of like a lot of good games. We got
Yeah,
Fallen Order. We
Spider-Man.
recently got we were getting Spider-Man. We're getting Hades.
I heard they're making a second The Last of Us.
Got him.
Internet Explorer EXE.
This boomer.
We
His last
and
one
we
was
just
pretty
got
good.
Horizon Zero Dawn, the second one, a little while ago.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
ass.
What do you mean ass?
Why?
It was good.
It was ass.
Ass.
He's
first
like, just
game-
because I couldn't see her titties. Man.
First game is ass too.
What do you mean?
I picked it up.
ass?
I picked it up, and I just immediately just like, nah. it's
Ah,
not.
that's so you didn't actually finish the game.
faking gay.
How about you finish the game first and then you judge it?
It's
Instead
so
of
good.
playing-
It's-
it's like playing 10 seconds and going, I don't get it. It's
No,
like,
I
well,
played
get
literally
into it.
2 hours into it. and,
No,
like,
that was
it's
Hector with
not-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
2
That was
hours
Hector with
into
Yu-Gi-Oh.
it.
Hector was like, I'm gonna do all this Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. He had the most money. He was buying all the cards, and he was like, nah, I don't need it.
And I gave it out to Edward. And Edward's
Yeah, I
like,
have them all in my room.
Yeah, Edward's like, I don't have any. And I'm like, yes, you do. I literally dropped it.
Edward, what do you? Edward, Hector, what do you fucking do? Stick to it. Stick to it, Hector.
Gotta stick
That's
to
why I
it.
do marathon. That's why I do.
No. Marathon is different though, because that's one and done. But this is like an 8-hour journey in a game or whatever, you know? Like Doom Eternal. You didn't finish Doom Eternal, did you?
didn't.
You didn't fucking finish Doom Eternal. One of the best, should have been Game of the Year of 2020, to be honest, or gameplay / soundtrack. I think it won Soundtrack of the Year, but gameplay of the year. The gameplay.
I think
I-
gameplay.
I do a lot of.
Gameplay?
I do a lot
What
of
about
one.
storyline?
I do a lot of
Hades.
one and done.
Hades. I would go with Hades.
Like
For
with Joe.
gameplay?
Yeah.
What's the gameplay like? In
It's a
Hades?
roguelike.
No, I don't.
You know
understand what that
Diablo?
means.
Yeah.
That's what he's.
Yeah.
So it's like a MMORPG turn-based thing, or what are we looking at?
No, roguelike. So basically, it's like top down. So you can see your character. You can see your character's movements.
You get the top people.
Yeah,
No,
you get the
yeah.
top people.
You ever
No,
play-
not even
you ever
joking. You
play-
do
you
get
ever
the top
play-
people.
You ever play Diablo?
Nope.
No, it's like
Like
well,
RuneScape.
you know, you know how
RuneScape.
RuneScape.
No,
Closer to RuneScape.
Yeah.
No.
you know how it was. The StarCraft is third person. You just click and your little bots do the.
That's
thing.
how Diablo is.
Well, Diablo is like that, but with,
It's similar.
Similar.
It's
similar
similar.
gameplay.
Similar
Are you
gameplay
controlling
style.
units?
No, but
or-
okay. So basically,
Nah.
is you're one person, right? And you
Yes.
get upgrades as you go along. You know,
Yeah.
typical game stuff.
RuneScape?
Archer, warrior.
Yeah, and you can choose like different classes before your run. So basically, it's
like
essentially
World of Warcraft.
it's kind of like Doom in the sense that like the game never really ends because you can redo the exact same level over.
Doom
and over
has
again.
an ending, I guess. Technically, but-
Technically, I mean, so does Hades technically, but it's not really an ending. Like the whole point of it is that like you get the achievements later on, you unlock. There's more unlockables later on.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can technically get all of the achievements in one walkthrough. Besides, like if you pop someone when you have under 3 HP, like those Steam ones, whatever. But no, yeah, there's like
generally
the achievables in the actual game collectibles you can do
Yeah,
in
yeah,
one
yeah.
run.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And you can't do that in Hades because you have like
Gotcha.
7 different weapons, and each of them has like a specific set of things, like a specific set of achievements they
And you
need with
gotta
them.
upgrade them.
There's 8 weapons in Doom. You can have them fully
Yeah.
upgraded by the end of the
In
game.
Dead Space,
Yeah.
the new Dead Space remake.
I'm gonna play it on the PC. I'm
The
gonna
new
play
one?
Dead Space.
The
on
new
the
one?
PC.
Yeah.
No, it's not the new one. It's just the remake. No.
No, the remake. That's what I'm saying. The remake is the
Yeah.
new one. But playing
Yeah.
on the PS5 is pretty smooth as well.
I will always simp for the game Hades. So much
And
better. One of my
Resident
favorite
Evil 4,
games.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
Resident Evil 4. I think I've only ever played Resident Evil 2.
Oh,
So I'm not as attached
Well,
to,
not
to the game franchise.
The remake or the old one?
Whichever one is on Steam. I got it for free, so I don't know. It just suddenly appeared in my Steam library one day, and I
The
was like,
remake
okay.
came out January 27th. I should have played it. Well, time to play it. Dead
Of
Space.
Dead Space? Oh,
Yeah,
I've never played Dead Space.
I feel-
oh no,
is-
I played Dead Space too.
You see me
I
play
played Dead Space
college.
too.
I was gonna say I saw you play it, but is it more similar? But you know the remake, they remastered and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it more similar in gameplay to Doom Eternal?
No.
No, not even close.
I know it's not. I know it's not.
It's third-person shooter survival, and it's pretty simple. But you have telekinesis and
Not
then you have
fast
stasis.
paced, right?
No, not fast paced.
could be.
Hades is fast paced. Hades is fast paced, and it starts off like moderately fast, and then it speeds up as you get to the top level.
Doom
And then you
Eternal
restart
is
it.
So fast.
So you know how
guys
Galaga, the newest one, gets more difficult because there's a lot of shit happening in the screen.
Yes.
That's how Hades is, but
Yes.
in Diablo form.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, you have like 50 different enemies coming at you from all different sides, and like, yeah.
That sounds okay. So see that? Yeah, that does sound like
Mhm.
Doom Eternal.
Until you get to like the boss. In that case, like there's different, and like each of them has like unique things and stuff like that. It gets difficult, and then there's obviously like same thing as Doom. You get power ups to help it make it a little bit easier. But yeah, and then like if you die or something, like if you get hit 3 times, you have to restart the whole thing. You die and you go back to the beginning.
Yeah,
you have to try to do the whole thing again.
First-person shooter.
No, yeah, but so okay. So I was gonna say, as an example of like the fast gameplay, right?
Mhm.
Because we like, so this is the master level for the Super Gore Nest, right? So it's like, okay, there's more enemies pumped up onto it. I'll throw it on the screen.
Yeah,
There's more enemies pumped onto it than there would be normally, and you get like boss level enemies right off the bat. Because in the this is like the 3rd actual level, right?
Mhm.
But in the master level, you start off seeing like the humongous guys and stuff, and it's funny because I bypass most of the stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But where's the?
Is this you playing it?
Yeah, it is. Of course, I uploaded this into my onto YouTube's. Such a good soundtrack. Can't tell me it's not a good soundtrack.
Oh, you just fucking kill them. Oh, all of them all spawn?
Yeah, yeah. And so I do this because it only takes 16 cells versus 25 cells. So if you charge up the blade for a little bit, and then when you charge up the blade fully, staggers them, and then they get cut right in half.
Oh wow.
But it's super effective against those because it'll cut through their shield. And then yeah, you just like literally just pop them. It's funny because I think this is one of the first. Oh my god, yeah, a year ago, I was like, man, I was so bad when
When it
well,
first
not bad,
came out.
but,
Yeah.
but I was so bad when it first came out, right? But I'm gonna skip forward to like the humunga bunga action stage, basically.
So I don't have film of me doing like the hardest levels of Hades, but
No,
You can look it up on
You can
YouTube
find my
and
YouTube
put it
channel. It has
next.
I have mine.
You have yours?
Yeah, I
Ayy.
have my Last of Us gameplay. What's it called? My
do you mean Dead Space?
Warzone gameplay when I played with Luis.
Oh, that's fine.
The W that we got. No, I had some videos in there, and then my Titanfall one.
Yeah,
just finish your
But
video.
I don't know. I understand what Doom is like. That's why I'm trying to like describe
The
it through
appeal.
that. It's kind of sort of like this, but instead it's like third person, so you can see all the enemies around you basically.
Yeah.
So,
Like Fortnite.
yeah,
Yeah,
similar.
third person.
yeah,
so.
third person. But it's also like at an angle, so more like kind of like StarCraft, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
you're like seeing that, and you have to like do them around. Yeah.
That's why I mentioned StarCraft, because Andres is familiar.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
StarCraft.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is pretty fast. Of course, it depends on what level settings you do.
Mhm.
For a long time, I wasn't able to even do it on the normal settings. I had to put a setting called God mode.
That's funny.
And
just so you can like mess around.
No, just so I could beat the game.
Oh no, that was me with Doom Eternal, because when I first played it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about weapon swap. Like you see how I'm swapping weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know like okay, like the staggers and all this stuff, right? And like taking advantage of the little invincibilities that you get here and there when you're doing glory kills, but so many times.
Oh shit.
Ooh, nice.
And
Those
And
shits
then-
always
and
took me
then- you see?
forever. Yeah.
Like, and
Oh, so you could just hit them with your shield. I
you can hit them with
forgot.
the shield and they'll get staggered at the very end. So look, well, I don't think I do it again, but you can stagger them at the end, right? But what you do is you hit them with that, and then
Yeah.
the quick swapping is it's the
The other thing is that in Hades, you don't get multiple weapons like this at once. You have to choose your weapon at the start and finish the whole thing
adding more difficulty.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you get one weapon, finish it from start all the way to the last boss, and then once you beat the boss, you go back down and you have to go through the whole thing again.
Okay, what about
And that's like the gameplay.
So how Andres got better is because he learns the enemies. Here they tell you enemies' weakness.
Yeah.
Basically, literally kind of telling you how to play the game. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you're facing this one, take out this gun or hit this.
Like are they the weak points?
Yeah,
So it's
weak
like
point.
okay, this is their weak point, or like they're weak to energy, or they're weak to rockets, or they're weak to whatever it is, you know. Like Pinky, you can even the invisible ones, you can stagger them with no, you kill them with one blood punch, and you can literally stagger them by just slamming the energy shield of the gun into them,
Yeah.
which is like you don't even realize these things until you know
Until
again,
you play it, yeah.
the
So
actual
I
game.
never realized them. I just beat the whole thing
Yeah, that's
using
right.
whatever
So
weapon.
that's right. But for Hades,
No, I mean,
do
same
they-
thing.
For Hades, what I'm asking is for Hades, do they do something similar where enemies have weak points, or you just had to keep on attacking?
No, you just got to keep on attacking. They all take a certain amount of hits. I think some weapons are easier than others because they have abilities and stuff. So like one that I like to use is Excalibur. It's the fourth version of the sword, basically.
Mhm.
Because each of the weapons, the reason I say 7 is not really 7. There's the sword, the bow, the shield, the gauntlets, and the spear. But each of those has 4 different forms that you could put it through depending on where in the gameplay you are. Or like depending on which ones you unlock first, basically. And how do you call it? And each of those has different effects. So the one I like is the 4th version of Excalibur because it limits your life, so you can't really gain life or something like that. And it shrinks to the amount of health pool you have. The thing is that every successful hit you land, you gain 2 health, and that's so broken, especially when you use its other ability to create like a little field, because you're basically invincible in that.
Well, so that's the other thing too.
Yeah.
With this game, I mean, as long as you're just constantly dancing around them,
Yeah.
you're as long as you're checking your cooldowns and saying, okay, I can keep getting armor from this, I can keep doing this. But so you see this one, 3 tyrants spawn at the same time. No, actually, I think it was like 5 of them, because there's one up here, one down there, and then another one, right? But it's like literally doing the delicate balance of like, okay, I gotta manage how many things I have, how much ammo I've got, and then the worst fucking ones here is the one called the Archvile, because that one buffs and summons more demons. So the Crucible, you have 3 charges, only have 3 charges for that one, right? So for the Crucible, I save it for the 3 Archviles spawn right here.
Yeah.
You're gonna see right now. So I literally fucking save it because I'm like, don't want to deal with him. And then the last one, I'm out of ammo there, but I'm still going after him because I'm like, I almost missed it. And I was like, don't want to deal with him because I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, and they make it very hard for you to reach them too.
Yeah.
That's funny. The tyrant's weakness is literally shoot it till it dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the tip. Shoot at a
Shoot it
tyrant.
till it dies. Isn't that just the
If
theme
you
of
wanna
Doom,
kill
though?
a
Just
to
shoot
kill
at
a
it till it
tyrant,
dies.
just shoot it,
Honestly,
yeah, like-
if it hasn't died yet, shoot it more.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
know?
Because
That's basically
most
it.
of the other ones tell you like, okay, it's weak to like the shotgun, or it's weak to like the energy blast, and tyrant is literally just shoot it until it dies.
But honestly, like then you'd be like, okay, this one's gonna take time. Kill everything around it, or kill it first.
Or don't even kill the small ones, because you're gonna use the small ones for health
Yeah.
and stuff when things slow down.
That's the one.
And that's why you go for the main big ones first. And it's funny because in the master level, right? Right here at the very end, what they do, they fuck with you, of course. What they do is they put a buff and And it's funny because I'm like over here. I changed my rune so I make sure I survive because I'm like I don't want to fucking die. You get like a second chance at life, right?
Yeah.
So it's like fast travel unlocked. The area starts to kill you with electricity, and then there's buffed demons, and then there's supercharged. Like they're everything basically, right?
Yeah.
And the funniest thing is they expect you to fight them, right?
No, you
and
can
then,
just go.
and then
through.
yeah, I was gonna say literally watch what I do because everything starts collapsing, and then there's a buff totem nearby. There's nothing you can do about the buff totem though. There's literally you cannot find it. And then you see that guy, he's jumping, he's really fucking fast. I literally just use them as fodder. Just jump through, and oh look, a buffed up tyrant. No, I'm good, thank you.
No.
Because the shield protects you, and then
Yeah.
a buffed up fucking marauder, and I put that just so I can not fucking die. Because I'm like, oh shit, which way do I go? And then swim.
Well, because in this part, I think the whole point isn't to like really fight the demons. You don't have
Yeah,
to clear
just
wave.
maneuvering.
You just have to
Well, actually, not. I don't know, because look, I have 63 seconds left. I'm already at the end.
yeah.
So, and then look,
Two
double buff
more
marauder,
rounds.
and I'm like, goodbye.
Yeah, it's 'cause the whole point of that level isn't necessarily to fight the demons. You just got to get out.
That section.
Like,
that section.
yeah, in that section, I do the same thing. I ignore all the demons and get out. I don't kill any of them.
Super gorny.
Yeah.
Super Gorness master level. Because the master level, I fucking
Now go
cried.
Yeah,
so
I
many
honestly
times.
don't know what the what the difficulty comparison is, like how difficult Doom is compared to Hades or whatever. I honestly don't really care. I just play it for fun.
Yeah. Is yours under your name or is it under like Nerf Star H?
It is under my name.
Do you have Hades gameplay?
No,
Ah.
I don't play.
Just
I just
cast
know.
it
I just
to
know.
Yay.
I just know what it is.
Yeah, the only thing that's come up is a bunch of Mexicans when I type in your name. So,
Wait, hold on, let me go.
Which I mean, understandable.
let's see.
What's my channel?
Dance performance? That's not
Yeah,
it.
that's what's.
Oh, okay. So yeah, videos and then put one on.
Titanfall one is mostly.
I was gonna say yeah. So the point I was making was
Well,
like
I could cast it, right?
yeah. So
I knew
cast
it.
to the TV. You're not connected to the Wi-Fi, right? Here. Look at this. What you can do with Androids.
You could do the same thing
With iPhone, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think so. Liberal.
Yes, you can.
Go.
Fucking
Connect to the
liberal.
Wi-Fi. Hector, go to your camera. What are you doing? Hector's a boomer. He has an iPhone and he doesn't know how to use it. Then you tap on there, and then it tells you want to blow you. Yeah, look at that.
That's it.
Hector gets to blow himself. Whoa. Dame tu cosita.
Yeah, done. Yeah, it's what
That's
Edward
what-
said. So which one is it? 65.
6.5 chip.
All right.
But the point of that was to highlight like the fast-paced gameplay that I'm used to because I'm like my tism needs to be engaged all the
Hold
time.
on,
You know.
let me show you a
This was
comparison
so fun,
for.
and it's just gone now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's gone. There's no. The servers aren't
Oh,
real.
that's cool.
Yeah,
I feel like I would have liked Titanfall. Because
no,
it's
you
like,
would have. Yeah, because you're like a big ass suit.
yeah, you're in a Titan literally.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, fucking shoot him. Ooh.
So this one's, and it's
You're
Titan.
gonna
Each
suck.
Titan. Each Titan is
Their own buffs and stuff, right?
Yeah. This is a Ronin. This is very hard. It's very agile too.
Damn.
No, but what I'm using was like
You're like a tank, basically, right?
no, I forgot what it was called honestly. So like I killed that Titan. Look at that. Done.
Kill.
Every Titan can either self-destruct if they have the nuclear thing,
Mhm.
or quick eject. But if you don't do it fast enough, obviously, you get blown up with it.
Oh yeah.
And there's also executions.
oh, like where you do like
Yeah.
the I
See,
killed.
but
He
Titan,
just popped.
yeah, that's the whole thing.
That's a good one.
But this Titan specific, the whole point is to snipe them. Like basically, this Titan you should be at a distance.
Hector, your aim is terrible.
You saw how his internet like fucks me over.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ah.
Sounds
So
like excuses.
Allegiant,
Ah.
Allegiant is basically a
Kind of
person-
looking like me
a-
playing
a
Smite.
heavy. Allegiant is a heavy.
Okay.
Or
That's-
Destiny.
So give me TF2 terms. I understand those.
Yeah.
Who's a scout? Is that one in front of you, scout?
No.
Because he's skinny.
But mine is the whole point is to shoot them long enough to do the R1 special, which is target seeking, like that. You see, it's only 4 minutes, bro.
No, yeah. So I was like, the rounds are pretty short.
How
Then yeah, 4 minutes left, and then
Oh, no,
How do I
it's just me
screencast to the TV?
You're connected to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you just
Yeah, tap and then you should be connected. No,
but
go to your YouTube.
Go to YouTube and then
Yeah,
they'll have.
so go to
Oh
your
no,
YouTube.
I'm trying to do Twitch because that's where I have the video.
Oh, you should be able to cast.
And then it's cool. You could keep.
Well, we'll see right now.
You could keep basically like you could not die if you find batteries and you only steal batteries with the perk. You can have batteries with the perk or steal them from other Titans. Because other players could jump on your Titan to drop a grenade.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say because you don't have to be in a Titan. You can be more agile and stuff if you're just.
Every Titan has a smoke grenade to combat it, so that like you literally discharge electricity.
Bro, you locked onto him, huh?
Yeah, because I'm a good sniper. Like in any first-person shooter, I'm a pretty good sniper.
I don't know, man. Last I heard, Alan was like destroying you guys. But
Alan plays on Adderall.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna argue with that. He doesn't destroy me. He just barely wins.
Hey, I mean, if you're dead,
You're
that's it. That you're destroyed.
Search and destroy.
It's funny though, because I remember when Alan used to be really bad. And Arrow, like, remember when we played Fortnite? And
all of a sudden
so
he got
bad.
really good. And then, shit,
playing at home
he's
all
playing
day.
drugs. He was using drugs.
No, because he's just playing at home all day. That's why, you know?
And he just plays at home. I don't like.
Yeah.
I just put this
He got
on.
a lot of free time. So.
What
Oh,
the
I saw a
hell?
lag.
Lag.
You did lag.
lag.
But
lagging
then
everywhere.
you have these little mites. So that thing on your icon on the left is a percentage for your super. But if you're a human, is your percentage to call up another Titan. So see, for those people that need to get closer, you could just use a smoke grenade and it just
Incapacitates some more. You can melee others?
Yeah, but like this, obviously, I have the speech percentage. I use my super and I just destroyed him.
That's fucking
And I
hilarious.
had like 2% health right there. I like no health at all. That's why everyone's so mad because I was literally.
Oh, you're on the voice chat with them?
No, I think I said.
Oh. No, I was gonna say if you hear other people's voice chat, that's always the funniest.
See, so
And then Hector
eject.
Oh, you ejected? Damn.
Yeah. Well, look. I think I get another kill.
Return to the battle. We got 4 seconds.
See.
Oh, then you fucking destroyed him.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. I love this game. It was actually funny. I mean, actually fun. It was.
I've never
fun.
played that game before.
Busted a fucking nut on him. Awesome.
Okay,
Let me
wait.
see. How do you
Okay,
cast? Let's find out. Troubleshooting live. on the
mirror
podcast.
to the TV.
Okay, so it's
What's Joe Rogan call his aide?
Jamie.
Jamie,
Pull it up.
Jamie, screen share to the TV, please.
Okay, so following. Okay, we go to my channel, right, and then we'll look at videos.
Oh, my face. Okay.
I already have the video playing.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Then let me see. Find it again. To the home screen.
I
All right.
closed- yes.
Hector ha borrado la cola. Hector got no ass. Hector has erased his ass.
All right. Well,
No.
We're not
So-
gonna show whatever.
No. I'm gonna go to the home screen and then
We're not gonna show
because we're gonna link up
we're not-
Twitch.
We're not gonna show
No,
whatever's dad.
No. It's I'm only gonna overlay the actual videos. That's why. Oh yeah, send me the video link.
I'm
actually.
trying to get a boss fight here so you can see how fast the gameplay is on
Yeah, Smite or
Hades.
Hades nuts.
Hades.
All right. So
I'm so hungry.
Cause I really like Hades, to be honest. I liked it better than Doom. TBH.
Oh, I don't think you can screencast.
That's trash.
Share to whisper via link. Nope, that's it. Yeah, and like we have to like download the Twitch app and whatnot to do.
Twitch, get
that.
your shit together. Come on. God damn it.
Honestly, what's up with that? Let me see. Settings. Fucking. Pop out. Oh, I can report you. All right.
All right, cool. Reported.
Yeah.
Haven't streamed in 10 months. Reported anyways.
Share at beginning. You haven't streamed in 10 months?
Nah, I haven't had a
Why?
chance. I've been working.
You gotta stream Wednesdays. Wednesdays are for
Wednesdays.
stream. Come
Wednesdays for sure.
on. But
Oh, yeah, basically, so you could see.
wait. That's funny.
I think I was recording with someone right there. Oh God, that's.
I was like,
horrible
it's
audio.
so. I was like, what happened to your audio?
So horrible audio. Let me just see.
That was the whole
Goodness.
thing, or I was like, okay.
No.
I get it though. I
Yeah.
see how it's like okay. How it's like you find out. I mean, that's more of a.
That's a roguelike.
Yeah,
That's what a roguelike is.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You said roguelike. So like Legend of Zelda or something, the old school ones,
Yeah.
right? Where
This
you're,
is like a slight
looking at
mini
on top.
boss because yeah. The issue is that you can't see the enemies here because the enemies of this one, the little enemies that are sending out towards me, are like about a pixel wide on the screen.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
I'm over here. So like that around, like when you see it on the computer, all around there is filled with like little tiny shits that
What
are
this,
pinging
enemies for ants.
you. Yeah.
Damn. Makes sense. Though.
Yeah. That's basically it. It's just a mini boss. So you can see
All right.
it's still very fast, but you're trapped. It's fast, but you're trapped in one room. You can't go through various rooms like you do in Doom. You're trapped in one room essentially until you defeat all the enemies there. You move on to the next room. You get like 1.5 billion enemies thrown at you again. Stages, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That makes sense.
Onto
Yeah.
Onto the next stage.
And then on to the next stage. You go to the next stage and then blah, 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 blah.
That reminds you of the classic game Mega Man and Bass for Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
Onto the next area.
Oh, I don't know, but they're remaking all the Mega Man games recently.
Well, so okay, I was gonna say there's so many different Mega Man games at this point where it's like there's side scroller Mega Man, there's turn based RPG Mega Man, and there's roguelike Mega Man also. Like you said, like that one. That's why it reminded me of Mega Man because I was like, oh, I've seen gameplay like that.
Yeah.
But I know for the most part it has been side scrollers.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna shoot my way through people.
Yeah.
But-
Oh well, I think right now they've just barely finished the classic Mega Mans. They did the because they're doing the Legacy collections. Is what they're calling them. So Mega Man Classic Legacy Collection. It has 2 of them. Then it has all the classic games for the OG Mega Man. Then there's Mega Man X Legacy Collection. There's 2 of them as well. They have all of them. And in April they're releasing Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. And I'm pretty sure those are the ones that you're talking about, not the roguelikes, the turn based.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's like the one where he's like a net nav or whatever the fuck he's called.
They haven't remade Mega Man and Bass yet, but I do see it. The Mega Man 0 for the Switch, Mega Man X. But it's funny. I'm looking at all these remakes on the Switch. I'm like, why the fuck would I buy a Switch? I can just emulate them on the computer straight up.
True, that's true.
Like I literally
That's true.
emulate Mega Man and Bass, finish the game in like an hour and a half, and then I'm like,
Can you emulate Splatoon?
Splatoon? No.
No.
Oh, you
You
mean
can
old
only
games,
so
old
emulate
games,
old games. Oh,
yeah.
you know what's funny though?
You can emulate Switch games. You can emulate
You can?
some current
Oh,
Switch
no,
games.
yeah.
But
Because I played
Splatoon's
Kirby.
a multiplayer, so it's like
Yeah.
there's not
There's
really
no point.
Yeah, there's not really a point.
I played. I remember.
Breath of the Wild?
An emulation is like the PC inside of the PC.
I understand.
So
Yeah,
it's not going to communicate with anything else, which is why multiplayer doesn't work.
Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild?
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
No, but the thing is, on because Nintendo is a company, obviously, $10 billion
It's
company.
a company?
Yes.
Fuck, this is the first time hearing. I thought Nintendo was the little game.
Oh shit.
I was
You know?
the Nintendo, right?
It was.
No,
Let's
but-
have some Nintendo.
But because it's a company, it doesn't want to exactly put a lot of costs into things, right? It doesn't really want to do its job.
Yo,
So
that's a company.
that's a company right there. So the link cable and the system that it uses is still in use today in the Switch. The one from the original Game Boy is still in use in the Switch just as like a wireless version. But the system itself is the same. So you know what a bunch of geniuses did? They hacked in the original Red and Green video games into it, and you can play them completely on the Switch. You can emulate them on the Switch without like really breaking anything. You just use the one particular app that you download off the Nintendo Play Store. And they were able to still trade Pokemon in between other Switches, like using the link without the link cable, but using the link cable system.
You know the new Super Mario World has things for your Switch to scan?
Yeah. Oh fuck! I didn't know that.
That's what my brother told me. And I'm like, whoa, guess who has a fucking Switch? This guy.
So-
I haven't touched it, though. So.
So, do you guys remember the R4 cards in the DSs? It was
Yeah.
like you could put 100 billion, whatever many games in the micro SD card that would then go into the Switch.
Yeah.
So, people were asking, like, would it be possible to see an R4 type game cartridge? This was 3 years ago, right? But for the Switch, there's no vulnerability that's being worked on that's based on the game cart slot like there was with a DS. Back then, there was not much of an operating system to be modified, so they had to go the other way around. I don't think it's very likely or ever going to happen because the benefit's probably not worth the effort to the hacking community.
Yeah.
And they're already quite happy with what they have. So, let me see. Free games that are seen as legit by the system and no risk of ban. Oh yeah, because you can get banned
Yeah.
off Nintendo Online and stuff if it detects
Speaking of banning, Okay, so we have two things. One thing is, I don't like the shift towards games being streamable.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I don't
I want
like
physical.
not just streamable. Like okay, so like paying for access, like the Xbox thing, it's
Dumb
okay,
as-
whatever, it's fine. whatever. I don't particularly like it, but it's like it's just like using Netflix. It's like, okay,
Understandable.
fine, understandable.
Have a nice
What I don't like is and this has been going on since before. It's not a Switch thing. It's a thing that happened with the DS, with 3DS, stuff like that. I don't like games being reliant on
Internet.
on a
online
system.
connectivity?
No, because like unlike with Steam, technically speaking, they have a method where if Steam
Oh.
goes debunked, the DRM gets released and you keep your games. You can download your games and you like before before they close on the shop, and you keep all your games. You can
Except for
download them,
Deadpool.
keep them. Except for Deadpool.
The Deadpool game, they didn't renew the license or whatever. So like in 2015 or 2016, because the game came out in 2013, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like 2015, 2016, when they were doing that whole debacle, they were like, oh, it will no longer be available even if you own it after like 2017. So even if you paid for it, to your point,
Yeah.
this is bullshit that I paid for this game. It should be available through Steam, and then it's like, well, now you can't even download it anymore, even though you've bought it.
This is exactly the issue that I'm talking about right now, and it's coming to recently because before the only times I would buy games was on Steam, right, or GOG, because GOG is DRM free. You download them off of there, they're yours. Like in your library, even if they lose the licenses or whatever the fuck, they're still yours. They're DRM free. Steam supposedly has the same thing where like if they go defunct or if something happens, they'll release the DRM on the game and you can download it and you can keep it. I don't know if I don't know when they started instituting that. It might have been because of the Deadpool fiasco that they
this
started
was
it.
6 years ago.
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah.
That's a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, so don't even get me started. You're gonna make me feel old.
So passage of time, etc., etc.
Passage of time. I did a face mask. I look new.
Perfect.
Whatever. But with Nintendo specifically, if you download a game onto that system and they lose the licenses, they can revoke that game. Because there's an issue with the fact that you can't even share games in between. So like on the, let's say PS5, for example.
Oh, I understand. Yes. So each Switch, that was literally one of the other comments they said. Each Switch game has its own unique ID.
Yes.
Which is why you can't make like an R4 card. You can't copy it because then there's going to be 100 people using the exact same ID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
ban.
Exactly.
That's
ban.
what. Okay, so that's what.
So
now I understand.
So that's an issue that I have in particular with Nintendo and because they're so heavy on the copywriting and blah 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 other bullshit. Basically, like let's say for example that what happens to Nintendo is what happened to Marvel in the 90s, and they go through some financial times, and in order to save themselves, they sell off some of their IP. They sell off Mega Man or something, so you lose the license to have Mega Man. What's gonna happen to the digital games I bought on the Switch? I'm not going to be able to use them anymore because the same thing happened with Amazon. Amazon, when they lost the rights to a certain book, they pulled it from the platform, even though they purchased that book. And I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with like, especially the over-reliance because it's so much easier and they give so many more deals. Like now they have this thing where like if you pay $100, you'll get 2 tickets essentially, and you can redeem those 2 tickets for for each ticket for one game, any game. So instead of paying $70 for a ticket, you'll pay $50 essentially. Or you could be dumb and use one of them on a $10 game, and whatever. But how do you call it? And the prevalence and the like incentives that they're offering to get people to buy digital is really, really uncomfortable. Is essentially my point.
Yeah,
it's
because
not,
they're like, order the digital copy and you get an exclusive this and this, but it's like you get the physical one, you get something else. So it's like, so you have to buy 2 games to get the full
thing.
The full game.
Yeah.
Like,
No, like, and it's not even that because a lot of times now, like the physical copies don't even come with any benefits. Like
Nope.
I bought Scarlet as the Pokemon Scarlet
Gives you a
as a
fucking
physical
game
copy.
code?
It's just a thing, and it's a game code for like 3 Pokeballs. I'm like, okay, fine. I ran out of them. I used them the first 2 minutes I was in the game.
Straight up. I threw one in Bidoof, missed. Threw another one in Bidoof, it broke out. Threw the last one at Bidoof, and I got it. Woo.
Woo, I got a Bidoof.
Dog
Like,
shit.
Yeah, like it's so bad.
I mean, until we get until I think like the whole world gets away from like materialism, like
Capitalism, baby.
It's capitalism.
No, but-
It's capitalism.
No, but like aside from capitalism, like people, humans since forever love to have things
Yes,
because it makes
Shiny
but
rock.
it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Like
Brain
capitalism enforces the worst aspects of materialism
Yes.
onto
Yes,
people.
yes.
That's the issue.
I don't-
Materialism itself is not an issue. We're
It's
not
an issue.
minimalists here.
Yeah, we're not
But
minimalists. That's why.
Exactly.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. But you
Hector
said it.
still wants to jack off the big titty hentai, but
Yes.
he wants to do it at an affordable cost.
exactly.
That's why I do it online.
That's what VR chat is for.
That's why I don't have fucking action figures.
He doesn't have action figures. He's like,
Alright,
I can
figures.
do this for free online. I just Google Big Booba anime and it comes up,
Yeah.
man.
Why would people
I-
pay for
Why
bathwater?
would I? He's like, why would I go to
Pay for-
Korea? I'm gonna go all the way to Korea and buy a fucking inflatable fuck doll or whatever, you know.
Why would you pay for
dude.
porn? That's
Yeah.
stupid.
No,
Yeah.
but like even
Hector
like the issue,
based.
even the price point of the games. So like
Yeah.
it's $70 or like $60 or whatever the fuck. It's like some absurd
going up,
number
but-
for
It is
games
going up.
for the physical copy,
Yes.
and you get nothing. You just get like the security that like, oh, if this switch breaks, you could theoretically build a system to read that card. Like you could buy an adaptation and play it on your computer, technically speaking.
I need more shells for my thing.
Honestly,
That's me.
That's
me.
yeah.
That's me.
Hector is a consumer. He's consumes, but
consume.
real quick on the price point of games, just games in
Yes.
general. I do not mind paying like 60, 70, hell, $80 for a game that is fully done, doesn't need a day one patch, and is of high quality, right? Because
Yes.
if I'm
Gotta work.
sure, that's fine, because I understand that they're like, oh, games you were like $39.99, then $50, then $60, and now there's the standard's starting to be $70. But I understand because they've got to pay developers, they've got to pay like everything else is
But
gone
it's a
up. I
smoke
can't
screen.
yeah,
It's a smoke screen.
And
because
an
what
an
happens is that the
orchestra.
digital copy.
Orchestra to
Developers are underpaid, soundtrack people are underpaid, the editor, everyone is underpaid except for like the
The
99
CEOs, yeah.
yeah, the CEOs.
Yeah,
and
CEOs.
I get that part too, but my point is I don't mind paying price for quality as long as I'm not relying on like
Well, yeah.
No,
you're-
I get that,
and
but
et cetera.
when it comes
you're
to games
looking- the value,
specifically,
remember, value.
Yeah, the value.
You're looking
The
for
value.
value.
looking for value.
No, but like
They're
with the
business
games
major.
specifically, it's a
Value.
smokescreen because when you go digital, like sure you could still pay the $70 just straight off the Nintendo
But then you
Marketplace.
don't have the object. I know that makes no
well,
sense.
not only do you not get the object, but the way that they're incentivizing it is by lowering it. I think I only ended up paying $40 or $50, like basically almost half off on the Pokemon Sword when it came out, just because I was able to buy it through Amazon digitally. And it's not because it was at a natural discount or whatever the fuck. There's just so many ways that Nintendo gives to be able to purchase that game for that much. There's vouchers, there's like these other things. So they're really heavily incentivizing digital downloads. And that's the part where I have the issue. I don't care if like again, yeah, sure, $70, whatever. I know it's a smokescreen. They're artificially increasing the price of it. I know a lot of game developers wouldn't say the same thing, but that's because they're personally underpaid, and they assume that if the price of the game goes up, they'll get paid more. That's not what's
But
gonna happen.
no,
It's gonna
that
go straight to the
never
CEO.
happened.
That'll never gonna happen. Like
What have we seen, boys, for the
inflation.
past 3 years?
Use the inflation card. Oh, inflation.
Yeah,
so we need to
inflation,
increase
inflation,
the
yeah.
inflation.
Literal corporate greed has been the number one driving factor in inflation.
And there's unbelievably smart people that fall for this. There's this YouTube channel called Extra Credits, who their primary focus. They do a lot of other stuff now because obviously they grew as a YouTube channel, so now they have their hands everywhere in history and mythology and other stuff. But they started as like a video game commenting type of thing. They were commenting on the industry. They were like saying all these things. And one of the things that they were always saying was like, oh yeah, the reason why you have to pay $60. They touched on the like why you shouldn't emulate type of thing. And they're like, yeah, if you can't afford it or if like it's not available elsewhere, go ahead emulate it. But if you can and it is available, you should buy it. And I mean, I guess yeah, generally speaking, but they were. In a section of that, they were specifically commenting on the price, and they were like essentially like, yeah, they have to pay the developers, they have to pay they have to pay these people, and so increasing the price will allow them to pay us more. It's like that's not gonna happen.
Nope.
Like I'm sorry, it
Never
sucks that you're
happens.
getting underpaid,
Yeah.
but that's just not gonna
not
happen.
gonna happen,
If they
sir.
increase the price of the game, that's more profit going into their pockets. They don't want to pay you more. You're already doing the work.
Yep.
You're already getting the work done, the work that they need.
Yep.
They're just increasing the price so that they can get more. They're not going to pay you more as a result. Your salary is not directly
Well,
tied
that's-
to the price of the end product.
That's everywhere, dude. That's everywhere.
Yeah. But
But
like-
literally, the professor was like, productivity has increased. People are being willing to do more. And then we're also creating machines to automate our thing.
Automation,
Yeah.
productivity's
But
gone
guess
up.
what guess what the big hit punches will do? Make people work twice as hard by completing half the workload.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I know we're getting to our
force.
we're getting to our eat the rich section of this.
Yeah.
But because it's like all of these corporate greed practices are just hurting the industry, because imagine how
And Netflix
good
is lost
games.
a lot of money, right?
Exactly. Netflix losing all their fucking money. Twitter's losing all their money. Fucking Tesla's losing all their money. Amazon's losing a bunch of money. They closed a bunch of warehouses. They had to
Facebook
lay off
or
people.
Meta. Sorry, Meta.
No, Facebook. It's Facebook. I'm not calling that bullshit Meta. Facebook is laying off people. Everyone's laying off people because they don't plan adequately. They don't compensate adequately.
Or the
And-
green is getting recognized.
Exactly.
Or-
Yeah.
There's a reason why like the games that like hit like the biggest ones, like ones everyone remember, like 'cause think of the games we were talking about. We're talking about Hades. We're talking about Doom. They're games that like didn't stand to like the normal scalping or the normal like corporate greed practices that people were instituting. Neither Doom nor Hades have loot boxes. Neither Doom nor Hades are really overcharging for the game more than like the industry standard. Hades specifically came from an indie developer, so
And it depends on the market though, because loot boxes, guess who that attracts more?
kids.
Little kids, exactly.
Because it's legal gambling.
Yeah.
Because
But then
gambling was literally designed to be as addictive as possible.
yeah,
Literally.
But then who has the money? Kids don't have the money.
Kids don't have the money. They
Their
just they're their
parents.
parents. Their
Parents
parents,
have the money. And
or
who's
they'll
the
get like a side job or
Us-
something.
I mean, we're getting there.
Us.
Yeah.
We're
You
getting
have,
there.
how many kids did you leave?
but we're getting
How many
there.
kids
We're
you leave in
getting
or
Mexico?
yeah, like
Hector?
basically like early to mid 20-year-olds who have some disposable income.
Who are you playing? I'm playing Fortnite. What the?
And I mean,
Smack
it's
that
not like
out
we
of
haven't
here.
fallen for this. I know damn well I play Smite. I've spent a
Yeah,
good like $200
you're
over
magic
the
now,
course.
you're
Yeah.
magic.
No,
Your
no.
magic.
That's nothing.
What?
No. Yeah.
Oh no, it was
Magic.
Magic. It was Nahal that paid for actual
Yu-Gi-Oh!
online.
He
Yu-Gi-Oh.
spent like thousands of dollars on online
Not
cards.
thousands. Well, he's
I
getting there.
mean,
He's
I
getting
mean,
couple
my
hundred
cards
bucks.
are worth thousands, but that's not
Yeah.
because I paid thousands for them.
Yeah.
Some of them just went up in value.
Yeah. But
My
so
shoes.
I know one of the things too where people go, oh, people spend so much on League of Legends stuff. I'm like, I've played the game for 10 years. I've probably spent $200 on the game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
about
but
what I
then
spent on
nothing but
Magic,
10 years
or not on
span,
Magic,
it's
on
not-
Exactly.
Smite.
It's nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I spent about
I-
200, maybe
I spend no money on the game.
$200 to $300 on Smite. That's about all I've spent on it.
They're targeting whales though, so that's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah,
Because the
yeah,
whales, I've seen so many posts of people being like, I have all the skins in League. What do I do now? And it's like, that's like
Play the game.
$20,000
What do you mean?
$20,000 worth of stuff, and they're like, yeah, like my parents just give me money or whatever. And it's like, holy shit, like you do nothing. Fortnite, they have all the fucking. Oh, Fortnite is the worst one.
Yeah.
Okay, not the worst one, obviously, because they don't have loot boxes, but it's like there's so many times where they go, oh, this is not gonna come back. Buy it now, boom, and then it's gone. And then like a year and a half later, it's back, and everyone's like, ah, and then they all buy it again.
Yeah.
But they're also like there are accounts like that where it's like fucking tens of thousands of dollars that they've been spending since the first season, and it's a 6-year-old game at this point. you know?
Yeah.
There are 6-year-olds on Fortnite. Fortnite is older than some of the kids that are playing the game.
Yeah.
Like,
Ah.
I know we're old, but like yeah, like that's the point. I was 19 when I started playing that game.
Yeah.
I was 19 when I
Yeah,
started
same.
playing
I was
Fortnite.
19 when I started playing Smite. They catch everyone at 19.
Honest, no. To be fair, with League of Legends, I've been playing that shit since I was 15.
No
Yeah,
way.
That makes sense. 10 years. Yes,
Yeah, I was
10
20.
years.
Hold on, when did Smite come out? Because I was playing it almost since the start.
No, League came out in like 2009. Like
I
the
was-
beta 2009, actual game 2010.
Because you know how I remember I was 20 when I started playing Fortnite? Because
Yeah.
Alan got me into it.
Yeah.
And guess what? I was arguing with Carla's boyfriend when I was playing Fortnite. That's how I remember. That's how I remember. I was
That's
like,
so fucking
okay, so
funny.
that's how I'm like. So
There's the litmus test, the little bookmark.
I didn't like. I dropped Fortnite because I just lost my friend.
So I started in 2015
Mhm.
because that's when it hit.
8 years.
That's when it got out of. Oh no, this is initial release. No, so 2014, because I started in high school.
Dude, yeah, I mean,
So probably no. I guess around January 2015. Let's say split the difference.
yeah. But to your point,
2015.
but to
Similar
your
point.
point,
Yeah.
yeah, loot boxes are bad, and we know EA and Star Wars and all the gacha games.
Yeah.
Those are like some
I-
of the worst ones.
The only thing that's really annoying is that you had to create an account just to what's it called, play the game, or like it's like
Yes.
EA, Bethesda.
Bethesda, Ubisoft. No, I don't think Bethesda's been as bad.
I'm too far
with
out of
it.
frame.
But they're like where you have to download your own launcher. That's the worst, honestly.
Oh,
Epic
your own
Games,
launcher.
Epic
Yeah,
Games.
Dude,
Epic
the
Games,
EA
GOG
launcher?
EA launcher, Blizzard, Activision.
I made
I
the
hate
mistake.
it so much.
I made
League
the
of
mistake
Legends.
of buying Dead Space at
Steam.
Epic. I should have just done Steam.
To be fair,
Origin?
yes. Okay, I have like two.
Origin. Yeah.
Origin.
Technically, I have 3 because I have
Origin
League.
cover Apex, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
League, Steam. Well, I think Apex is on Steam too, but League, Steam, and Epic Games. Those are 3 I use. If the game is on anything else, I do not play it because I'm like, I'm not installing Activision. Like okay, maybe
Yeah,
maybe
and,
Call of Duty and stuff like that, but the games are like fucking 1
Call of Duty
terabyte.
actually runs pretty smooth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's the other thing. I'm like, it's a
You should play
fucking-
Smite then.
Nah. But like Fortnite and League are like the go-to.
It hits
Mhm.
different. It
Yeah.
hits different when playing on PC.
It does.
Yeah, it
But I
does. It
don't
does
like
hit
it.
different.
I don't like it. I feel
Yeah.
disgusting when I play on these.
Yeah, but Hector can render his hentai booba in 4K.
Hector's like, you filthy degenerates
That's
playing
why I
on
bought that
PC. What are you
$800
doing?
Monitor that I don't fucking use
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
Idiot,
extreme.
you fucking stupid dumb.
Dude, all my monitors are like $100.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying my monitor's $800 and it's
Terrible.
curved. But the nice one,
I have
showed
a
to you.
curved one.
It's curved.
And Andres
Just
is like,
like your
why?
penis.
And I'm like, because I just could.
Yeah,
And
'Cause
then
why
Andres-
not?
I don't like curved. It doesn't help.
I have curved. I like it. It,
Well, that's
it
why-
helps with like the. It's not fully curved like
Yeah.
Hector's. It's not like fucking bent at a
Yeah.
90-degree angle in the center. It's just like a slight like curve to. It has like a slight bend.
Hector
which
didn't
is
even
cool
buy
for,
it
like
like
the
that. He
thing.
made it curved. He was like, it's broken. That's broke till
It's like
Friday.
that-
$800.
I was
There we
gonna-
go.
Remember I showed you like the one that was $1,200 that like went
Yeah.
like this.
Humongous.
And I was like, should I really buy it because it's on sale? And Andres was like,
It wasn't
why?
even a fucking screen. It
Andres
was a
was-
wrap.
He didn't say no. He says, why?
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I can. Because I can.
Yeah,
And then when it's like your PC can't even run it.
can't even
Yeah.
use it because it doesn't have the right one.
But yeah, basically to end it, I don't think we should support digital downloads. Buy your game physical if you can.
Yeah, physical.
Don't digital download. I've already fucked that up so many times.
You can tell it's time to end because the light broke. So I don't know what's going
Oh,
on. We'll
fuck.
check that out. Booked till Friday though.
I broke to Friday. Cause the lights broke.
We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Bye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.